First strategic objective is the development and growth of rural people's organizations, and that includes farmers, fishers, rural women. Our second objective is to see how these rural people's organizations can, and together with their CSO partners, effectively engage and benefit from public and private programs. So we hope to see very concrete results on this objective in the next 5 years, seeing more dynamic farmers group, civil society platforms that will collectively engage government and development actors on this agenda. And we hope to see increased development financial resources to support their work on the ground from public and eventually even from private investments. So we start with an assumption that governments are implementing a lot of public programs. And they mobilize, as we have heard from the Vice Chair of BNFU, a bigger part of the investments that go to the country are dedicated to agriculture. In Myanmar, we hear government asking a lot of support for FDIs or for ODA going to agriculture. So it is to us a reality that we have to recognize that a lot of the cooperation taking place in the realm of agriculture are supported by investments, but also from within the country, tax revenues that are allocated to public programs. And for us in the civil society community, social movements, farmers' organizations, we have been advocating a lot, a lot of policy lobbying. But over the years, we still see that while there had been some positive gains, largely we remain to be in the periphery of development action, especially farmers groups or organized rural sectors. And it is along these that we call upon ourselves to respond to this challenge. That farmers' organizations should not be seen only as beneficiaries of public programs, but as real partners and, in the development cooperation. In terms of resources, many of you, I think, have been implementing programs from your traditional donors, receiving grants, even with the support of agri-agencies. But put together, we think these are just dropped in the bucket compared to the financing, ODA, that goes through government, either as grants or country investments, loans that also our own people will pay. And I think this agenda that we have in the next 2-3 days is to see how we can contribute to a more sustainable path in development work. We believe we have been talking about good governance, and a very important element of that is participation. And so for us, sustainability is very much linked to the participation, especially of those whose lives are affected by these public programs being implemented by government. So our important call or message is that farmers' organizations deliver public goods, and therefore governments, donors have to proactively engage them if they also want to see greater impact in the investments that they give through our governments. We have many positive stories, we have experiences, and I think this is the reason why we are here. And so we hope that we can inspire each other, learn from each other in the next 2 days. A third day, we will be visiting the initiative of the Vietnam Farmers Union here in the country. And that we leave Hanoi with that greater resolve to do better in our respective work, given the different roles that we have to play. Government has their important role to play, farmers' organizations, agri-agencies or support agencies. And coming from this exchange, we learn from the lessons, but coming as far away as Africa and from Mongolia and Southeast Asia. And from the exchanges that we hope to hear from you informally during breaks. So once again, I wish to extend our sincere thanks to our co-organizers and especially to the host organization. My own deep